All right, to talk more about last night's win over San Jose State, it's time for our Ultimate Insider, brought to you by FFB Bank. And we're joined by former Bulldog QB and safety, Steven Comstock. And Steven, pretty impressive win, pretty dominating win to close out the regular season. What stood out to you?
It's an emotional game. That game is one that everybody's always fired up to play in. Doesn't matter what the records are, throw those out the window. It's going to be a physical football game. We've seen in the past teams that are heavy favorites that get upset on both sides of it, and I was just proud that the guys, after an unfortunate loss that kind of put us out of the run for the Mountain West Championship, they came out, they responded. Defense looked great, 5 takeaways, and offense was able to punch the ball in a few times in an awesome, rare passing touchdown, which I loved.
You mentioned those takeaways from the secondary, especially. What do you like about Nick Benedetto's defense and the way he ran it last night?
They're trusting it right now, and they're flying around, they're making plays. A lot of those plays were just guys being athletes. Zillion Hamilton's interception was pretty cool. I haven't really seen many plays like that where he just kind of snatched it up, kind of dove around them. But I think our defense right now is in full form. When you have a new coaching staff, we're putting in new wrinkles. Teams don't know what we're doing. And, the guys are trusting. They're flying around.
The running game was dominant again last night, and it seems like when the running game is going good, the Bulldogs are going good this season. And it was really fun to see, I think, Elijah Gilliam get a couple touchdowns, lead the Bulldogs in rushing yards in that game. I know he's a former teammate of yours. It had to bring a smile to your face to see Elijah have that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm actually moving to Merced here soon, and he's a Merced guy, so it's like, let's go. Valley kid that's putting on for his city, and it was good to see him enjoying himself, having fun out there. He's been a good back for us for a long time. Take us all the way back to that Purdue game, back in the day when he had his breakout game, and it's good to see him, he still got it, and he's still helping the Bulldogs win games.
The Purdue game, that feels like a lifetime ago at this point. All right, 8-4 during the regular season for head coach Matt Entz. How would you assess his first year so far?
8-4. That's a good season for a first season. It seemed a little like a roller coaster of emotions. High highs, low lows. 2 losses at home. That's tough. And a loss to a 1-win Colorado State team. Some just unfortunate stuff that had kind of happened along the season. I feel like we should be in the Mountain West Championship, and we should be playing at home, in my opinion. And we should have had everything in our hands and had control of our destiny. And unfortunately, we didn't execute. We saw some first-year team chemistry stuff where we lose to a Colorado State team that's struggling. So it's just tough. It's hard to really. It's bittersweet.
Yeah, you kind of answered my question there, my next question, but I was going to ask you about that. It felt like the Mountain West was gettable this season. It doesn't seem like there's a dominant team in the conference, and with the type of defense that Fresno State was playing all year long, felt like that was there for the taking. As a former player, sometimes maybe you get through a season and you think, oh gosh, man, we could have been so much better. 8 wins is good.
Yes.
Not bad at all, but do you think the Dogs are going to look back and say, and even Coach Entz, and say, man, what could have been this year?
I absolutely think so. After the Utah State game, I was an emotional wreck sitting in that stadium. And I know the guys, were upset about it because it was right there, and we had an opportunity. Coach Tedford used to say when I played, and it is for any football team, Fresno State football team is, we are going to win the Mountain West Championship in our bowl game with class integrity and academic excellence, and that is our goal, every year. So to see a team that we, beat handedly, hosting it, it has a bad taste in my mouth. I know the guys are probably pretty upset about it, but that's what happens in football. You got to win games.
Yeah.
Bulldogs still ending the regular season on a high note, though, taking down San Jose State, keeping possession of the Valley Trophy. What kind of motivation does that give this group, knowing they still have a bowl game to play?
Yeah, we won 2 of the 3 games. That's big. We kept multiple trophies in with us, and that's what I was saying too before. Is like it's a little bit of a bittersweet thing this season, where we had some high highs and some low lows, but keeping that trophy is big. It's a big win for our program, and just another one to keep ahead of San Jose State, which I like. But these guys, they're going to have to go out and they're going to play a hard-fought football game. We've been known in the past to win a lot of our bowl games, and that's something that we pride ourselves on. It's something that these guys, I think with Coach Entz and him wanting to develop these players and the culture, I think that it's going to be a great opportunity for some of the younger guys to play, as well as just go out and win and do what we do.
The bowl games are so interesting now in this new era of the transfer portal, because you're wondering which guys are going to enter that portal, which guys are going to be there for the bowl game. I want to ask you about the quarterback position. How do you think they'll handle the quarterback position in that bowl game with E.J. Warner, Carson Conklin? Do you think maybe Conklin might see some more time since he's a younger guy and he's not graduating?
Yeah, you got to ask that question, right? That's a question I have myself. Is there an ability to give him some playing time for next season? Obviously we hope he stays and he's on our team playing for us next year, but. Or do we stick with EJ and continue to, let him finish his season? We won 8 games. We did well. Yeah, it's hard. I didn't play very much in my last game, and they actually got some of the younger guys playing time, and I thought that was a great idea too. It allowed them to open up and get some experience before the next season. So, one thing that I think is important though, and I know we've already said it, but we have to win the bowl game. That it's so important. That's one.
I love it when Steven says we have to win.
It is the utmost important thing right now. We didn't get it to the Mountain West Championship game, so we fell short there. But that doesn't mean you leave out the rest of the goal. Just because you didn't hit the whole thing. So I want them to go play hard, and I know they will.
I know this team has moved on, obviously, from last week's loss, but the seniors going out on senior night with a loss, but they closed out the regular season with a win and still some hardware. How motivational is that for this group? The seniors still going out on a high note with the trophy, and they also have the opportunity to win another one as well.
That's one thing, and I missed this earlier. I didn't even say this. I am very proud of our team going out and putting a dominant win out there this last weekend, because there's plenty of teams that aren't championship caliber teams that go out and they lay an egg because, what are we playing for anymore? We already are eligible for a bowl game. We're not in the Mountain West Championship. These guys came out there for the seniors, and they played hard together, and it was awesome to see. And Coach Entz even brought the guys that didn't suit up. I thought that was amazing as well.
All right, that's Steven Comstock. Thanks so much for joining us here.
Thanks, guys.